What I think people don't realize is that literally nobody cares. Like, you know, people think, oh my god, what is this person gonna think? What is this person gonna think? Nobody is genuinely thinking anything. You don't have an audience like you think you have one, okay? People think that, oh my gosh, what if people judge me? What if this person judges me? What if that person judges me? In reality, literally nobody is judging you. People are too concerned with their own lives. 90% of people have bills to pay. 90% of people have responsibilities like their studies. 90% of people are going on with their lives. They have personal problems. People's lives do not revolve around gossip. People's lives do not revolve around you only. People have a diverse life, and every single individual has a life with many different experiences. Based on that, if you think that people are focusing that much on you, you are going to be left behind on the sidelines, okay? Everybody, 90% of people are moving full throttle towards their goals, okay? They're moving full throttle, they're going in one direction, they're on the straight path, right? There's 10% of people that don't have a life. These people don't want to make a life for themselves. They don't want to achieve their personal best. They don't even try. Like, that's the problem I have with 10%. These people do not even try, okay? And I'm not saying you have to become Elon Musk and you have to do something so extraordinary that is beyond your physical capabilities. I'm saying that whatever you are capable of doing that is your personal best, if you're not doing that, you will be left on the sidelines. There is no lazy effort that goes in this world. Like, it is so obvious, and especially in school. I think what people don't understand is when you're gossiping, when you're just at a low vibrational frequency, all of these things will have an impact on you, okay? All of these things do not bring down the person that is already up here, okay? Why do you want to pull someone down? Because they're already above you, okay? Why do you want to talk behind somebody's back? Because you know. Because you literally know that you have to pull them down. They're literally up here. That's why you're pulling them down. If in somebody's life they are truly happy, they're part of the 90%. They are so happy with their own lives, they don't give a damn about your life. It's not a joke. They're just not willing to step down from their high vibration to go down for the sake of a silly little joke, okay? At a low vibration, you will achieve nothing, okay? People at a high vibration can achieve everything they want to because they can't gossip. People at a high vibration, they don't gossip. They don't hate on other people. These people are so high vibrational because they are so focused on their goals. They have direction, okay? And in this world, there are people out there that don't have purpose. They don't have focus, okay? It is so easy to compete with this generation because we have so many distractions. You need to understand your competition is currently directionless. Your competition is non-existent, okay? Why are you looking for the attention of fools that literally give their attention to everything else, okay? You make your own value. The 10% has clearly made their value, but people think, oh, they're so special. No, they're not. Are you ready to step down your throne and then be left behind? Because right now in school, it's a 90% to 10% ratio. When you become an adult, that's going to be a 99% to 1% ratio. 99% of people are going to have to pay their bills. The light bill will happen. The water bill will be there. The food will be there, right? There'll be kids on their table. They'll have to provide for these kids because that's what happens when you're an adult. You become older and you need more responsibilities. You need to pay your bills, and all of these things cannot happen when you sit idle and you're lazy. Because honestly, you cannot be lazy when it comes to survival, right? When you're younger, you need to have yourself involved in a lot of things that actually make you happy. Things that will actually give you some sort of direction in your life, right? You can't be directionless. That's the problem, okay? Is the person who is literally, like for example, there's a straight road, right? There's McDonald's on the side, there's KFC on the other side, and there's a road, and then that's where you want to go. If you, while you're young, while the green light is still on, imagine everybody just put their car on the side of the road. They stepped out of their car and they went to Macca's to get a few burgers. Then they went to KFC. Oh, there's enough time. I'm still young. The green light is still there. You know, let's just go. So they're doing all these things, and by the time they're done, they have no opportunity to go into the direction they were supposed to go in. And you need to realize there is one road, and time moves like this. Okay? Time will not come back. Okay? All of this time that you are investing on this other person, that time will not come back. Why are you wasting your life? Okay? You know, people who have ever gossiped about me, I genuinely feel sorry for them. In that time, you could have literally spent time on your life's purpose. You could have spent time doing something that matters to you. But you have no purpose? Like, I genuinely feel like, how do you guys have no life? I have never, in my 14 years of life, ever dedicated myself to hating on this one singular person. I could care less, okay? I wish well on everyone. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to succeed. But the thing about me is that if I have any sort of negativity towards you, or if I feel that maybe you're not doing the right thing, I won't even address you. Because to address something means that it has enough substance for you to address something, right? If there's no logic in an argument, you can't even argue against it. You know, there's a quote that says you can't argue with a dumb person. You can't argue with a smart person. When an argument has no logic, it has no substance to it, you can't even argue with it. And that's what I feel like when people, hate, when people gossip, because these things have no substance. You can't even argue against them unless you talk about life and, broader purposes, because it's just so wrong. Why would I literally put any attention towards somebody that puts so much attention towards me? You know what that tells me? You don't value your time. You have such a short life, you guys. Any time you guys could have an incident that doesn't allow you to be capable. I have a mouth. I can literally speak. I have legs that can take me to wherever I want to go. And you think I'm going to care about your opinion and what you think, and I'm going to steer away from my life path just because of what you think? It doesn't work like that. I'm not dumb, okay? I'm part of the 90% of people. And you do not think that just because you're in high school, it's going to stay the same way forever. No. These people are going to move on one day, okay? There's going to be the goodbyes, there's going to be the crying, there's going to be the tears, but then after that, you're going to have to go into the demanding realities of a professional life, okay? Those things are very difficult to do, okay? Obviously, haven't you seen adults say to you all the time, enjoy your school days while they last, because once you get older, it'll be way harder. They aren't lying, they're speaking from experience. If you aren't changing anything within yourself, how do you expect to get different results? Please ask the average American, ask the average Australian, ask the average Indian. Look at your country, look at the life path that school gives them, and look at what they've gotten from that. Look at the statistics, read the bloody articles. You have enough time to read all of these useless things on social media, then how about you read something that will actually impact you on a day-to-day basis in the future? You guys, you still have to be happy, but in terms of your future as well, don't neglect your future trying to be happy, because these things are superficial. Like, you know what I think? That people are wasting both their past, their high school life, and their future. They think they're saving it. No, you're not. There's people out there that are suffering from so many different addictions, people out there that are suffering from so many different friendship problems, so many different problems all in all, because that's the regular problems of a high schooler. Those are the regular problems of an adolescent who is growing up, okay? And you can literally, you have so much passion when you're younger. And you have so much energy to put towards things. Anything you put your mind to, right? You will do that with so much passion, you'll do that with so much energy. So why would you put your passion towards something that you know will get you nothing? Why would you put your passion into destroying your lungs, destroying your health, and destroying your future? Put all of this passion you have as a young person into something that will be beneficial for your future and your ultimate life purpose. And I always like to think that this world is a very meritocratic framework, okay? This whole world is inherently virtuous, okay? People reward your merit. People reward the effort you're putting in that translates into results, okay? You guys don't think outcome. Okay, I think the best thing that people can do in order to be happier and get better grades as well is being outcome oriented. Stop thinking about, I should do notes, I should read my textbook. No. Concrete steps in order for you to achieve whatever goal you have. In conclusion, you guys need to put all of this passion you have as a young person to not do low vibrational things such as gossiping, and instead do high vibrational things that will actually allow you to be successful in your future and do things that align with your ultimate life purpose as an individual.